37th parallel on America's haunted highway. It's Pixelated Paranormal, your guide to the unusual and the strange.
All right. Hello. It's me, Dungeon Master Rob. I'm here tonight to run Ghosts of Saltmarsh for our wonderful crew. And starting out tonight, we got. Who am I going to start out with today? Who looks like they're ready for this? Preston.
What's up, all you cool ghosts and goblins, you crocodines, crocodingo, skeletors, skeletons, witchers, and witches, and whatever else you want to be? I'm ready to actually pay attention to my character sheet tonight and realize that my spores are always active, and when creatures walk in within like 5 foot radius of me, they have to make saving throws, which I wasn't paying attention to last time. I felt like I could have done better, but I'm going to do better tonight. Ooh. Yeah. The good job DMing, by the way. Good job helping me out, making me a better player. Bro, you're the almighty knowing God of D&D, bro. That's your job.
Your job is to read your character sheet, not my job.
I don't think so. I don't think that's how that works, Daddy Rob.
Yeah, and rocks fall and Preston dies. So.
Oh, actually, isn't one of us? Oh no, he's got 8 hit points. He was dead last game.
Was Preston one of the
no one's died?
Because all I see is tack on the map.
Tack that. No, Preston dies. Rocks fell and killed Preston. I don't know what happened. Yeah. My powers have grown.
Yeah.
That is the wonderful voice of Jordan.
Hello, and welcome to the party. For everybody who really likes my guitar playing, when Rob says, play us out, Preston, he told me I can't do it anymore. I'm going to rebel if he says play us out, because that's his fault if he says it, but we might not get that pleasure anymore because we don't want the video struck.
That's right. And then we also got, it looks like Joe snuck in here. Is Joe snuck in here?
I am here in voice and spirit.
In spirit.
I won't be able to control my character.
That's okay.
But I can give some input when I can.
Alrighty. Then we have Sean.
It is I, Captain Krathi, the tank of the party, which takes so much damage and does 1,000,000 damage back.
Then we've got Chris.
Hello. I play the kleptomaniac Goblin.
Who hasn't stolen anything yet?
We're working on that. I'm pretty happy with the bones I have at the moment.
Okay. But you didn't steal those bones. They were given to you freely.
I totally stole them.
And
with permission.
I guess, it is. You should never give Fae bones. I'm just saying, goblins are fake creatures. So, and then last but not least is Kiz.
Hi, I'm Kiz. I play Nora Vale. Pre-apologize. I'm a little bit sick, so if the voice sounds off or I'm not very entertaining, that's why.
You sound awesome. You don't sound sick at all. So sound good on my end. So last when we left off, you guys went on a croc hunt and ran into some scallywag bullywugs. Try to say that 6 times fast. Don't. And after you killed the crocodile Thousand Teeth, you guys came back to find that the lizard's lair had some scoundrels sneak in and try to kill Queen Othakint, and would have gotten away with it too, but you guys showed up just in time. Also, the pseudo dragon's master has been killed. And that's where we last left off. You guys defeated the assassin, and they are unconscious on the ground. And that's kind of where we left off. They are at 0 hit points, so you are free to do them what you will. What's going on? What you guys up to?
Tech knew this guy, right?
Yeah, Tack knew this guy.
And I leave that to Tech.
Did we kill him? Is he dead?
He's unconscious now.
Well, I think Krathi should go over there and set on him, and then I'm gonna go smack his face a little bit and try to wake him up.
I'm afraid. Ota Kent walks over and says, "I'm afraid he caught me by surprise. I was expecting no company, and yeah. I'm glad you guys showed up when you did."
Is Othakent, is that the queen of the lizards?
Yeah, the queen.
We are glad as well. Are you okay?
No worse for wear. I'm worried about my people. What have you seen? What has happened?
We did not take long to survey. We rushed in to help as soon as we heard there were people who claimed to be with us.
So these are not your people.
They are not.
Oh no, we would never attack.
But why would anybody attack?
I don't
We
know.
would like to find that out ourselves.
Preston, what are you doing, buddy?
Didn't I say I was gonna go have Krathi sit on him so we can wake him up?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Krathi, are you gonna sit on him?
Go plant your big giant body on him, baby.
I mean, I'll tie him up.
Okay, that works too. You know, you're a big guy. I understand. You know, you should hold on to him while we wake him up.
That's what I was
I'll
doing.
make sure he wasn't asleep.
Now I remember. You'd sent me the deck plans for your ship, and I was gonna make a map of it. That's what I was doing.
I just sent the updated one.
Gotcha. Yeah. So you tie him up. You hear him kind of whimper a few times. Oof, as you tie him up. He's snoring a little bit.
Yeah, I'm gonna go over and smack him on the face.
Pick him up and hold his arms behind his back, and then Tech wakes him up.
All right. Old friend. It's a pickle I've found myself in, it appears.
Oh yes, Crank, Shaft, Pole, whatever your name was. Yeah, that too. Can we consider each other friends after what you've done?
Well, to be fair, I didn't necessarily know you would be here. Last I seen you, you were off on your... Oh my god, I'm talking like the Blizzard folk now. Last I seen you, you were taking off on another ship.
Yes, but think back to how we were treated, and you know, we were trying to escape that life and do good by others, and do you feel like that's the path you're walking?
This was always the path I was walking.
It saddens my heart to hear you talk that way, Crank.
Turn.
Whatever.
He said, he looks at you and he says, it was all part of a job. I had let myself be taken on that ship. I was going to kill the captain. That was the job. You healed her.
Did I? I don't remember this. What?
Yeah, you remember the little flashback where you
That
were
was,
on the first...
that was 2 weeks ago. I barely remember Crank's name.
Barely.
Yeah.
Barely.
I think you're confusing barely and don't.
All right, listen, turd. Here's the thing. I healed the captain because that was the right thing to do. That's the path we should all follow, doing the right thing.
Well, after you left, she didn't make it.
Well, are you going to tell us what you're doing here and who hired you and spill the goods?
He says, can't really tell you that. That's not how things work.
I'm gonna twist his arm a little bit.
He yelps out in pain.
Are you sure about that?
It isn't how it works because I don't know who hired me.
Do I believe him?
Give me an insight check. Um,
6.
You do believe him? He seems like he's telling, because basically you kind of, when you ask him, when he tells you that, you kind of yank up on his arm, and he still kind of follows through with it, and you can tell that he's in pain, but it looks like he is being truthful. You did hear him mention the Scarlet Brotherhood. If everybody wants to give me a history roll, I can tell you what you might know about the Scarlet Brotherhood.
Somebody's gonna have to roll for me.
You know what your history is?
He got an 18.
All right, cool.
Plus whatever his modifier was.
He probably doesn't know what that is. Okay. All right, who rolled less than 10?
Me. Bubbo.
Me.
All right. Let me find my notes here. You know, you've heard of the Scarlet Brotherhood, but up to now you thought they were an old wives' tale. Anybody roll 15 to 11? No?
Garbanzo rolled a 12.
Oh,
And Nora rolled a 12.
Garbanzo, you've heard that the Scarlet Brotherhood that they exist, but they're not as all encompassing as they are perceived.
Joe got a 23 with modifier.
All right, Joe. You know that the rumors that they have infiltrated. There are rumors that they've infiltrated high positions of power in cities, and they're just waiting to strike.
Would I know that at a 19?
Yes.
Well, the Scarlet Brotherhood sounds like an imminent threat. I'll inform people around me.
I'm going to go over to the Lizard Queen and, well, I think my fair lady, my beautiful Lizard Queen, that this foul creature, if you have the darkest and dankest dungeon, that's where he should be. I'd ask you to spare his life because he once spared mine, but he should be punished for his wicked ways.
She says, I'm afraid this man has to die. It sounds like he's killed several of my men.
Well,
Lizard folk aren't quite as prevalent as we once were in these parts.
I understand. My race itself is not very prevalent in these parts. Do what you wish.
For now, we will throw him in the hold, and I'll decide his fate and take your reasoning under advisement.
Krathi should pull on his arms one more time for good measure.
Ah!
Yeah.
He screams out in pain.
How much were you paid to do this job? What was your promised reward if you don't know who told you to do it?
He said, I was offered about 1,000 gold pieces for this. I was told to make it appear that we were from Saltmarsh. And he says that I'm the second one to try to accomplish this goal. The first
Do you
group
know-
failed.
Who was the first?
You see Otha Kent kind of walk over there. Are you telling me you're the ones that came with the humans and the ogres? He's like, ma'am, I can't tell you that. Because I don't know. But it's quite possible that is, if you've been attacked here recently, that would be probably the first group that was sent out. This troubles me so. I'm going to head back to my chambers. Oh, this is her chambers. I'm going to go speak with my minister. Before you guys leave, come seek me out. I have a request. And she tells the other lizard folk that had stormed the area with you guys. I forgot about him. He says he will escort you to the chambers, the cells. And she walks through a door over here and continues on. And the lizard folk over here, motions for you to follow.
All right.
As we walk towards the cell, I'd like to ask Tax friend, or Tax old friend, not current friend, I forgot his name now too, Turn. Is there any information you have that might convince us and the Lizard Queen to let you live?
Even if I knew something, I couldn't tell you, because I would just be just as dead. And frankly, what the lizard folk can do to me is probably nothing of what the Scarlet Brotherhood could do to me.
So you're a bit of a bitch. Got it.
Took several of you to take me down.
And yet you're down.
He says, your big brute of a friend over there, he felled at my blade.
Because you're
to be
cheated
fair.
with poison.
Poison just makes a fight fair when you're fighting bigger. He spits at the floor.
You can bluster all you want. You just told us you were scared. It's okay. We understand you're too afraid of this organization to save your own life. Very well.
If you're not afraid of the Scarlet Brotherhood, then you're fools. Damn it, I did it again. I slipped into the Lizard Queen. If you're not afraid of the Scarlet Brotherhood, you're fools.
If you bow to everyone of which you are afraid, you're a fool.
Bow, join, it's all the same.
What power do you exercise if you joined instead of groveled? Sounds like none, but to follow the contracts they offer you. You haven't joined anything, you've enslaved yourself.
Just, we're all slaves to something. Aren't you one that took an oath there, Ranger? Oaths, slavery, same difference, right?
But my bird friend's walking down a path of righteousness. You, however, are walking down a path of weakness, doing evil deeds. It's all going to come back to you in the end, my friend.
He says if the bird's walking, then who clipped its wings?
I've seen him fly.
It's like
I
a
will
turtle that
say
can't swim.
that oaths or not, if I don't view something as the right thing, I won't do it. You appear to have given up that autonomy for the sake of your fear and your coin. I pity you.
We're going to slap this brotherhood like a bunch of bitches. Then where are you going to be? Down in this dungeon dying. How about that? Sorry, that was out of character.
I've never heard you so aggressive.
Wow, Tat got angry.
Yeah.
Tax snap.
Dude, you came after my queen, okay? Beautiful little lizard lady. I love her with all my heart. The way that she sounds, the glimmer in her eyes, that's my boo, dude. You went after my boo, crank.
I can't take this tag serious. Is that out of character? Because I need to know.
Yeah, just imagine I said that like in a old man voice. I should have thought this character's voice out, a little better in my head, because it's just very taxing to do that all the time.
Well, at least this character can talk.
Yeah, that is true. This character can talk. I'm learning slowly.
So they lead you down to some cells, and as you do pass, you see a pool of water, like in another room, that's kind of got like another like grate over it. And as you walk past, you see what looks to be something's head kind of look up from beneath that cage. And the other lizard folk says, "Don't mind him. He'll probably join this one's fate." Everybody give me a well,
Passive.
who's got a perception higher than or everybody give me a nature roll again.
Hey, my passive perception's 19, if that means anything.
Yeah, mine's 16.
So yeah, you guys have all kind of seen and heard the description now. It is a Sahuagin that is beneath the grate. Who wrote Elias's character? How did that happen?
I figured out the app.
Oh, gotcha.
I won't be able to see the map, but at least I can roll dice now.
Gotcha.
Just remember the map from 2 weeks ago. That's where we're at still.
Yeah, it's easy to remember. Or just to switch over to YouTube or YouTube or Facebook and watch.
Yeah.
Boost that viewership.
We'll get 2 viewers this way.
Woo.
I know. Calm down. And they lock up Turn in a cell. And what are you guys doing?
I say we head back up top and see what the fair, lovely queen has to say.
All right. She greets you warmly when she sees you. And she says, "Good to see you guys made it back, and you guys came to speak to me."
Oh, yes, my queen. It's so nice to hear your voice yet again.
Thank you, Tack. She says, "As you know, as I think I have told you, I grew up near civilization and a little village. I was able to see the people come to and fro. And it got me thinking about this Scarlet Brotherhood and how they've sent now 2 people out to kill me. May not exactly be the wisest choice that I've ever made, but I think it is very important that I accompany you back to Saltmarsh. I think I need to speak to the council myself to help facilitate agreements with your kind people. How do you feel about that?
It's fine with me.
Sounds good to me.
It would be a pleasure to have your company aboard the ship, and I guarantee your safety, milady.
She says, I can't for the life of me know why the Scarlet Brotherhood would have attacked us, though, or sent people claiming to be Saltmarshians. Is that what they call your folk? Saltmarshians? Saltmartians?
People from Saltmarsh.
Do you guys have any idea why that might have happened?
Well, have you met any powerful individuals that you may have wronged in your past?
I know humans have always been fearful of the lizard folks in Marsh, or in the area. We're not originally from the marsh, of course. The Sahuagin have taken over our home, but ever since that we've been here, people have been fearful of us. We've tried to avoid the land folk, so to speak. But we have had a few scuffles here and there, and I'm sure that hasn't helped. Once one person goes back to town and says that there are scary monsters, one would call us maybe, the fear can spread. But we really do wish the best for our people, and it's good to have allies, especially with the merfolk and the Locanth, and hopefully the Seal.
It may be a coincidence, but I first met this group when one of my fellow rangers was compelled by magic to betray and attack people that trusted them. I think there may be some plot to turn Saltmarsh, potentially, against its allies, or maybe make them out to be enemies where they aren't. I don't know if this is the case, but it's worth considering.
My fair queen, have you heard of Granny Nightshade?
We have heard the tales of Granny Nightshade, especially Sarev, my minister. He had all kinds of books and journals from the people of this region, and he talked about the Fey folk in the woods and the scary things that reside there. And she looks over at Garbanzo. He says, "Sorry, lass, I know that they speak of goblins as being evil creatures, but you also came to my aid. So I thank you for that. So when I talk about the Fey creatures, I don't mean present company, of course."
Oh, well, thanks. I know my kind isn't the greatest.
Well, all of us have uh all of us have our pasts and our stereotypes, and it's not exactly fair. Most people wouldn't know that I'm as civilized as I am. I like jewelry and pretty things. And you like bones, apparently.
We can agree on some things.
I will bring 3 of my guardsmen with us. Um, and I will pack up some things and head out with you. When do you guys expect to head back to Saltmarsh?
Well, we can head out whenever you're ready, I suppose. There's nothing else for us to do here.
She says, "Excellent. I will pack my things and try to head out within the next couple of hours. If you guys would like to rest in the lounge, you're more than welcome to."
Is there someone, if you do not know the answer, that I can speak to about? Have your people navigated around the sea floor in this area? There's a shipwreck we're looking for.
Um, uh, she says, "You may speak with the shamans. They sometimes try to reach out and find, uh, with their magics, things on the seafloor that we could salvage? Salvage. That's the word I'm looking for, salvage. Maybe they, is there something in particular that you're looking for?"
Uh, it. I'm not entirely sure what it is, but I was told it was a apparatus of Qualish, some magical item machine.
Hmm.
Very rare.
Yes, I would speak with the shamans and see if they've heard of anything. Um, the minister kind of steps in. Did you say Qualish?
That was the name given, yes. I don't know what it is.
Well, uh, Qualish was a gnome. Uh, I believe he was a wizard. Um, he lived about 400 years ago. He there was all kinds of crazy rumors that he had went to an area known as the Barrier Peaks. There, he had found some kind of planar vehicle that had crashed. Very dangerous area, for what I understand. But as far as an apparatus of his, well, I wouldn't know. But some of the journals that I have seen have spoke of crazy inventions. He was kind of a mad inventor as well. So there's this apparatus. There's no telling what it could be.
It also makes sense why it must have sank, because everyone knows gnomes cannot sail.
I don't know anything about gnomes, but I still find the humor in that.
Too short, can't even look over the sides.
Yes, but if you go speak to the shamans, maybe they could help you.
Thank you, I will.
Nora, the pseudo dragon has kind of curled up on your shoulder, and a few lizard folks come in and they approach you and
Oh,
they say, Um, Bim's master has fallen and has passed on to wherever the lizard folk go when they die, in the ever circle of life and death.
Mhm.
Shrieks before witches.
However, our friend here, the other lizard man, I can't think of his name, he says that you fought valiantly to protect Bims, and it seems that he has taken quite a liking to you. And I think it would honor his master if he was to go with you. He is his own creature, and he may choose to leave you at some point. But I think that he has found a companion in you.
I'll give him a nod and let him know that I'm very honored and that I have no intention of controlling him, so he may leave when he wants.
Excellent.
I'm still gonna think of him as Sparky in my head, though.
Sparky. Well, he's pretty smart. You might be able to convince him that his name is Sparky. All right. Has anybody else got anything that they want to bring up before we move on from this scene?
Yeah, I'll ask the queen a question.
Sure.
Just to cover all the bases. I'm not asking you to divulge your secrets or nothing, but as far as the Scarlet Brotherhood is concerned, is there any sort of magical or other items or secrets or powerful weapons that you might have that they'd be interested in?
She says, again, I have no idea why the Scarlet Brotherhood would dare attack us.
Right, I'm
However,
just trying to cover our bases.
right. She says, I do wonder if your friend there, the owl, his wisdom may be shining through, and that sounds like a good reason to cause chaos
Right.
and to cause strife.
Well, thank you. That's all. That's
Oh,
all I have.
all right. Let me pop over here and look at something. All right. Krathi, one of the lizard folk lead you to the part of the lizard folk lair where the shamans usually reside. Um, they all seem to be kind of deep in thought and are quietly uh, kind of sitting in a circle and just kind of looks like they're in communion with themselves, inner peace, and all that. Um, and the lizard folk makes a throat clearing noise, and one of them looks up and sees you, and you can see the expression of annoyance change to super annoyance as they look at you.
I'll say in Draconic, I'm sorry to interrupt, but the Queen sent me to speak with you.
The queen sent you, huh? I guess we now uh, communicate with the land dwellers.
Well, I'm tasked with watching over her. She's going on a diplomatic mission, and if she's entrusting me, I feel that you should trust me.
Well, I know she has a soft spot for humans, but do not think.
Do I look human to you?
All of you look human to me.
Even me.
Closer related than you think.
You all look like you've uh you all look like you would drown just as easy. Except for the turtle man. He says our gods would not approve of us speaking with land dwellers. But
Is this the way you would like to address the people who helped save your queen? We have offered nothing but assistance to your people. We saved your life. Is that something you begrudge us for?
I don't begrudge you for saving her life, but any time that we have dealings with people, it never turns out in our favor.
Do you think that might have something to do with the way you approach the people you're dealing with?
Maybe. But what did our illustrious queen have you come down here for? Surely it wasn't to have a chat about goods and ills of our two kinds meeting and mingling.
No, no. I'll explain that I'm looking for the apparatus of Qualish, and she sent me to talk to them because they have the magic to search and all that. Yeah.
He says, fine. He gathers the shamans and they kind of they start speaking in Draconic, getting blessings to their god, and you you hear them say the word apparatus of Quailish, and you kind of see them start to hum a song, and he says, "What you look for, you will not find at the bottom of the sea."
Hmm?
In fact, we are told that soon the means for finding this item will be um, given to you after a hard fought victory. And I see storms and tentacles.
Interesting.
Thank you for your help.
Now, please, we must commune with our gods once more.
Did I hear the name of their god? Was it Samonia?
I couldn't find it. I know it's here somewhere, and I couldn't find it. Maybe it's under the shamans. I was hoping it would be under. How do you? Did you know how to spell that?
Uh, Semuanya.
I believe that is correct. Spell that again.
Semanya. Semanya.
No, maybe that's not that. That's Planescape shit there. Oh, hold on, maybe not. Yep, that is it.
Good. Alright, I was just curious.
Yep. Okay. Yeah, that's it. Never mind. Yep. Simonia. Simonia. Right. The queen. She tells you that she is ready to go. And she gets her crocodile skinned luggage and gets it on the boat. And she tells you that she's ready. You guys headed out.
Yes.
All right. You make your 10-mile journey down shore and find yourself back at Saltmarsh. Dun, 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 dun. Where's Saltmarsh? I have lost Saltmarsh. There it is.
Do we pass by that like wrecked ship with the people?
Yeah, they're still working on it, but it looks like they've made progress.
I'll offer them another ride if they need it.
Like no, we're quite all right. I forgot about those people. Oh man. Okay. You guys find yourself back at Saltmarsh. Um what let's see here. Tack. What is your plans as you get into Saltmarsh?
I'm gonna take
It's
the.
probably getting pretty late at night at this time. Or not late at night, but it's getting sundown.
I'm gonna see what my lizard lady is doing, and if she would like to stay with me in my hut, or she'd like to stay on the ship. And if she wants to stay on the ship, I will offer my services of protection and guard the outer door so that nobody may disturb her queenly slumber.
She says, I think I wish to stay on the ship for the moment, until I at least speak to the council, and give them some warning. I don't necessarily want to draw attention to myself too soon.
Oh, yes, my lovely lizard maiden, I shall guard the outer door for you so that you might get adequate slumber.
All right. Chris, what about you when you've arrived back to Saltmarsh? Do you have any plans?
Probably just go back to my little campsite and just relax after being on the ocean for so long.
Right. And of course, you remember Oceanus had left to go talk to his sea elf people.
Yes.
He's no longer following you around at the moment.
Yes.
Okay.
No guard dog.
No guard dog. Krathi, what about you?
Is it too late to seek an audience with the council so I can let them know that the Lizard Queen is here?
You could probably go by the council's the council house and see if anybody's around, but you're imagining that they would probably be.
Yeah. I mean, I'll swing by and at least
Okay.
set up a meeting for tomorrow if there's a clerk or something.
Bubbo, what are you doing as you get back to town?
I'll go in and check at the ranger station to see how things are going in town. Make sure that my absence isn't being felt too harshly.
Okay. And Elias and Nora, what about you?
I'm probably going fishing to try to get Sparky some food.
All right.
I'd like to find Krathi and I'll be like, hey, Krathi.
Right?
I don't know if you're got big plans tonight, but I was wondering if I could buy you a drink.
I died. How did I die?
I don't know.
Interesting.
It wasn't me, I promise.
Well, at least it didn't Chris this time.
I'll fix it.
Will you? Because we've had this happen.
I think I know what I did. I'm going to try to set up a meeting with the council, but after
Sure.
that, I was probably going to go back home, and you could join me. That's fine.
Where is it that you call home?
Down at the snapping line. I have
Oh,
a permanent room.
I see. I didn't realize. I just thought you woke up early.
No, I'm her head not bodyguard. What's the word? Bouncer.
Well, it's not an establishment I frequent too often, so I guess we just miss each other, even though I've lived here my whole life. I seem to be a little bit oblivious to things that are right in front of me.
Well,
Yeah, if you don't mind, I'd like to stop in later and kind of chitter chatter, if you don't mind. Nothing too big, don't. You know, I don't know a whole lot about you.
I'll buy you a claw wine. That'll open you up.
Oh boy. All right, I'll try it.
I pat him on the back a little too hard.
Well, I'll be there later.
Right.
And I'll let Nora know that I will also be staying at the snapping line.
Snapping line.
Okay. Before you go, I will hand you some papers from my bag and say, the weird councilman, I think we spoke about it, asked me to find these papers, but I don't think I ever gave them to you to try to figure out what they were.
Ooh,
so
something to ponder over.
Don't lose them.
I'll place them securely in my satchel.
All right. See you later.
Alrighty.
Oh, smacked my hand on the mic stand. All right. Nora, go ahead and you going to a dock to go fishing?
Yep.
Just give me a I don't know what kind of fishing check we got. What kind of fishing check we?
Survival.
Yeah, survival. Give me a survival check.
Oh, I caught so many fish.
You did. Wow. Yeah, that was a nat 20. So yeah, you start like it's almost like the fish just start coming to you, and it's almost like you can hear a sound on the breeze of so I imagine you probably went to this dock here, correct? Near the ranger station.
Yeah. My map's not loading, but we'll say yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you can like you can see the standing stones across the dock on the little island, that you've always heard rumors that there was the spirit of siren that is there. She was sacrificed a long time ago, and people claim that when they have good fishing, they can hear her spirit song across the water, luring the fish to the fishermen. And tonight, it seems like you have been seen by that spirit and
Well,
blessed.
I hate ghost stuff, so I'll just chalk it up to Sparky being my good luck charm. I don't know what
Um,
that weird sound is, but we're getting out of here.
um, so Elias and Krathi, you guys come to the council. Um, there is a light on in one of the offices of the council. Um, and as you walk in, you see young Master Anders, Solomar, sitting at a desk. And he looks up as you walk in, and he says, "Oh, I'm sorry. Um, uh, uh, I didn't know that I had a meeting set up this evening. I was just here doing some minor work for the town."
Well, you don't have a meeting. I apologize for coming in so late in the afternoon, but I brought back home some royalty, and I wish to set up a meeting with the council tomorrow sometime.
He's like, "Oh, royalty, you say? Is Lord Ki- is damn it, I forgot the king's name. um, what is his name? Ah,
Not the king. You don't need to worry about
King
it too hard.
King Scrody.
King Scrotum.
What
That's
is
how
his name?
Preston will remember it moving forward.
Yes, King Scrody. I can't think of his name now. If you hadn't asked, if I hadn't tried to think of his name, it's Scody. Kimber Scody. King Scody.
Kimbertos Scotty.
Kimberto Scody. Is King Scody coming in?
Oh, no. I doubt he would take an audience on my boat. Uh,
I guess that's true. I didn't really. Yeah. Um.
her name is Otto Kent. She's the queen
Otha
of the
Kent.
lizard folk south of
You
us.
seem like he's like Otha Kent, and he's like and he's like going over. I'm sorry. Did you say lizard folk?
Yes, the queen of the lizard folk south of town in the swamps. They
Um. Oh, oh
require
my.
an, she is requesting to speak with us, for their people are in danger.
He kind
And
of starts like shuffling papers around. He's like, Mother never spoke of a lizard folk queen. Um, I, do we usually deal? I wish Garen was here right now. He would know
we
more about this stuff, as he was always with my mother when she was dealing with all of this council business. Sometimes I feel
well,
like I'm out of my depths.
I can tell you that I've been here a while, and we usually keep to ourselves. They keep to themselves. We have a mutual respect. But
What are even
very
the protocols?
new creatures are invading them, and will soon start invading us. And they require aid. I've already
Wait,
helped them a little bit.
what? Where have you? What? I'm. You say, I. He just seems to be stumbling over his words. He's like, "Sorry, you'll have to excuse me. Where have you fine folks been? You guys came back.
Well, we
Um,
left this morning to drive off the giant squid that was terrorizing the town. You may have heard.
that was probably a few days ago at this point."
We left a couple days ago to drive off the giant squid.
Oh, there
We
was a
were
giant squid.
we were successful. It is no longer here. It is not slain, unfortunately. It was quite hungry, but The reason it stayed is these creatures, the Sahuagin. They stole its eggs or something. I can't quite remember, but it was trapped and we helped it.
He's
And
like,
now the Sahuagin are assaulting the lizard folk, and they're afraid it might drive them out of their caves. And if they're successful, then Sahuagin will come here, and we don't want that.
he's like, oh, that sounds dreadfully scary. I'm sorry. I'm again so new to all of this.
Yeah, I don't know if there is a protocol, so that's why I'm requesting an audience with the council sometime tomorrow.
Yes, of course, of course. I will speak to Skirin when I get back home. Usually he's here, but he left to go take care of some business at the house. And he's just the one that knew everything with my mother, and I'm so new at all of this. And um, did you know my mother, Petra?
I knew her, yes. We weren't, friends, but acquaintances.
Yes. He kind of starts rubbing his head. He's just like, oof, this is all so much.
You're doing good, Skirin. I know it's a big shoes to fill.
Anders.
Anders.
I know that he's always attached to my hip, but we're not the same person.
Yeah, Anders.
I understand.
Oh, did you come with us too?
No,
Did you? Oh,
sorry.
I mean, you could have. I mean,
It's the peanut gallery.
um,
How late is it right now?
it's probably around 7.
I'll also swing by the Oland Manor and might see if I can at least let someone know and they can talk to Ada. I have some friends in the family.
Oh, of course, Yes. Oh, you didn't tell him that, right?
I did.
You? Oh, okay. He's like, of course, of course. It's good more people know because, um, I don't want to be the only one that has the information. Just feels weird being the only one that has any knowledge of anything.
Yes. Well,
He said,
I
in
look
fact,
forward to our meeting tomorrow, then, Anders. And
he says, in fact, I'm headed out right now to go home. And he starts kind of turning off his oil lamps and heading out. And he says, I'll walk you to the door. And he walks you out.
follow.
And
I mean, I'll walk with him because I assume he lives in like the rich side north as well.
yeah,
I'll walk
Yeah.
with him. I'll have to split off to go to the Oland Manor and idle chit chat or whatever. But
he lives right near where Garbanzo is hanging out on the map. So, and you said you were headed where? You were headed to the
Oland house. I don't
okay,
remember
number
which name.
19. Can y'all see my notes on there?
Yes.
Oh no! Do not read those notes.
Oh, no, I don't see notes. I see numbers. Of all
Okay,
I thought
okay. Don't read those notes.
Is he 20, 21, 19? Yeah.
Okay, she's there at 19. So yeah, he's
I
pretty
think
close
you
to.
desperately need to go to building number 3.
I don't even know
Did
where
I guess
three
your
is.
notes correctly? Damn it. No response from Rob. Fishing expedition failed.
That is the wicker goat. So, sure, you can go to the wicker goat.
Clearly, there's nothing of interest there. Or Rob's just a good actor.
Yeah, he lives at
20. Right here.
Yeah, and then given my the like background of this character, which is tied with Saltmarsh region,
Uh-huh.
my feature is that like I have friends in the Oland family
Okay.
or something like that, and around the docks and stuff. So try to use that to just let her know as well.
Um, she's there. Krathi, what brings
Oh,
you out this late at night?
I wasn't speaking to speak directly with you. I figured you would be busy.
She's out smoking her pipe.
Ah.
Um, she's I have been disconnected. You can't disconnect me. I'm running this shit. Um,
Yeah, and we don't have to like role play the whole thing, but I'll just let her know
you're
that.
like, I don't. I'm tired of role playing.
Well, just other people want to do stuff. I'll let her know that the lizard folk queen is safely here and is requesting an audience with the council, and I'll vouch for her. And I just wanted to let people know that there's an important figure in town.
All right. Garbanzo, I seen you moved yourself up to the campsite. Is that or up to the farms? Is that where your campsite's at now?
I'm gonna be honest, I have no idea.
It's all right. I'd seen you moved yourself up there. I was like, oh, okay. Well, that's where she wants to put her campsite at.
We just move around. It's okay.
never stay in the same place twice.
Never let them know your next move.
You head back to the ranger station, Jordan, Bubbo, and they're like, Bubbo, how is things going?
Very interesting so far. I
I
saved the
see.
life of a giant squid and the queen of the lizard folk.
You said you
Or help.
saved the life of a giant squid?
Yes, it was being corralled and attacked by Sahuagins. We were able to help it reach the deeper ocean safely.
Interesting. And by doing so, you have protected the ships in the Saltmarsh region, probably.
That was our number one priority. And I believe we accomplished it for now, threat from the Sahuagins notwithstanding. How have
Is
things
there-
been here?
Oh, let's back up a second. Sahuagin
Oh,
threat?
Yes. So far as I can tell, they are currently sieging the lizard people, with plans to attack us next if our intel is correct.
This sounds interesting. This is important information for us to know. Saltmarsh could be affected by such creatures. We should definitely have more patrols out along the shoreline.
I was going to suggest the same.
He says we'll get more people on this. And you sound like you're doing good work out there, and I'm proud of you for doing it. I suggest you continue to keep up with the same group that you're getting results with. Even if they're not rangers, they can be deputy rangers. We can get them little badges and stuff if they want them.
So far as I can tell, I believe they are good people and are doing good work. How have things been around here in my absence?
Oh, things have been pretty quiet here. We did hear about the giant squid attack a few days ago. Everybody stayed in the shore, and then, like you said, sounds like you guys took care of the issue. And the next day, there was a pretty big haul that made up for the day before was the keeping the boats in. So good day. People have been in a good mood.
That is great to hear. I was also curious what happened to our fellow ranger who we found in the woods.
He says that they're watching him, and they've had him put in a work camp. They don't think he is guilty or anything, but they're having him work off as a punishment for um just he's doing it to kind of deal with his own guilt as well. It's not like we're necessarily punishing him. But you know, we gave him work camp duty for 3 months, and it seemed it was mostly his idea. So he seems to be working well with a logging group, away from that area that he was in, that he was found.
Is he
So
recovering? Okay.
he, from the last we've understood, he is still troubled and is having trouble sleeping at night. But I think eventually he will be as good as he can.
When we went to speak with the lizard folk after uh, ridding the Gulf, the inlet, the port of the giant squid, there was a group pretending to be from Saltmarsh that was attacking the queen. I think there's a chance that someone is trying to put a target on our town. It might be good to let our friend know that he may be being used in a more nefarious plot than we realized, and that through his suffering we may have gleaned information that's important to protect us all.
I
Maybe
see.
that will help put his mind at ease, but we should also be aware that someone is trying to make us look bad to our surrounding allies or neutral parties.
We will keep this in mind. It seems that Saltmarsh may have its fair share of enemies. The Sagahuagan on one side, and some nefarious whatever on the other.
It's possible that it's all the Sahuagins, or that it's unrelated. But I just wanted to make you aware of any information that we found. I hope it helps.
All right. Grim news indeed. But I will report it to up the chain of command and let them know to keep their eyes open.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
All right. Tack, the boat has been pretty secure. The waves are lapping, and the queen steps out and is it always so quiet here in Saltmarsh, Tack?
Yes, I've been here some 10 odd years, and it's quiet and peaceful, and it's a very, very good town with good people.
Are you treated well here?
I am. I left my marsh a long time ago to explore the world and help my people learn of nature, and was captured aboard a pirate ship and enslaved, and Krathi saved me one evening, and I've been with him ever since, and the town folk have taken to me very well.
I see. So you being an amphibious creature as well, they have not treated you poorly.
No, they're taking me on as one of their own.
I would hope that us lizard folk could have as well have a good friendship with the village. Because I love the hustle and bustle of a small village compared to the slow and quiet of being in a cave.
Well, my fair queen, I can't imagine the people of the city not be smitten by you. Just the way the moonlight glows in your eyes, you are a sight to behold.
So, Tack, you're too kind. But you should get home and get some rest on your own. I have my scale shields here with me to guard me. You shouldn't have to stay out here all night.
I really don't mind my fair queen. I can just shrink up into my shell and sleep here on the ship if need be.
All right. Well, good night, Tack.
Yes, yes, my queen. Good night.
Alrighty. Kiz, what did you do after you went fishing?
I got spooked and went right home.
Okay. So, as soon as you come to your house, um, did you what valuable what stuff did Nora have in her house that she probably kept that was like any kind of memento or anything to her, maybe her family, or did you have any like jewelry or anything like that, or
Um,
She had a giant diamond worth $1 million.
and it's still there. No. Um, well, Nora grew up an orphan, so I don't think she had much of like family heirlooms.
okay,
I'm gonna say that Elias's mother gave her like a little tennis bracelet.
okay,
It's not like worth anything,
right,
but it looks like it could be. It's probably costume jewelry.
okay. As you kind of approach the house, what is your passive perception?
I'm pretty sure it's 14. Yep, 14.
Um, so the first thing that you notice is the front door of your home looks like it has been jimmied open, and that tennis bracelet is laying on the path outside of the house.
Does it look like it's laying there because it was dropped or to like leave a message?
Um, you're not exactly sure. It looks like that. Well, give me an investigation roll.
Ooh,
Oh wow.
yeah,
So
I would know that.
as you kind of like look around, you you see a few boot prints. You see a few boot prints. Um, and you see like just kind of like as you're like maybe the some torch light that you're carrying or something kind of glints off something in a bush. And as you walk over there, um, it's a tiny like potion vial.
Okay. I'll pick up the potion vial and put it in my pocket for Elias to look at later.
Okay. Garbanzo, you happen to be kind of up the road a piece, and you see Nora kind of looking in her bushes, so to speak. Are you going to approach her, or
I'm gonna sneak around.
okay? Um, give me a stealth roll.
Oh wow, with the +6, that's insane.
Oof. Um, so you kind of like you're trying to be sneaky, and you step on like a stick, the famous movie
That's fine.
cliche, and step on a stick. And Nora, you hear the crack of a stick kind of breaking around the side of your house.
Well, I walk over there, obviously.
Um, you see Garbanzo. Looks like she's trying to be sneaky.
Did you rob me?
uh, no. What are you doing?
I'm pretty sure I just got robbed, or at least my house got broken into. What are you
Uh,
doing?
I saw you in your bushes and I didn't know what was going on.
Fair enough. I'll take that. Well,
Do you need help?
I don't know. I guess I'm gonna head inside. I think they left, if that's like helpful.
Well, I'll keep a lookout outside in case they come back then.
Honestly, it could just be Elias.
So when you kind of like open the door, it is very clear that your house has been ransacked.
I don't
Like,
know what they're looking for. There's
like
nothing of value.
there's like, if any kind of drawers or clothing you had is kind of all around. It looks like pockets of clothing have been pulled out, like they're looking for stuff. If you had any kind of messenger bags, they've kind of went through that. Um, uh, and it's almost like it was also kind of meant to look like a robbery, but you notice that like there was like 3 gold coins that you had left on the side of your bed, on the side of your bedside table, and that's still there. So like that would have been an easy an easy steal.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
I'm gonna try to performatively, because I don't know if that potion means someone's invisible. I don't know all this magic hubbabaloo. I'm gonna try to performancely look like I'm going to like a sock drawer where I keep like trinkets I don't want Elias messing with,
uh-huh.
and see if they're still there, and if they're there, like sigh and act like I'm relieved, and if they're not, like act upset.
Okay. You went. They're still there,
Okay. Um,
and you
I don't
act
know.
relieved.
I'm so
Um,
glad my trinkets of great value are still here. I mean, obviously, I assume it's the bureaucrat dude looking for the paper, but I don't know where he is, and I don't really know how to handle that, so I leave my house. I'm probably gonna sleep at the tavern tonight. I don't want to die. I'll tell Garbanzo, looks all good.
Well, that's mildly alarming. Did you find what they were looking for?
Um, I don't think so. I don't think what they were looking for was in my house at the time. And I'll kind of fill them in on like, I don't remember his name, but I don't think Nora would remember his name either, so it's not a big deal.
Gellin
Okay.
Primwater. Yeah.
I'll fill her in that like he had approached me before we even got the ship asking for some papers on it. And
Oh yeah, isn't that guy that don't like me because I'm a goblin?
I assume I don't know, he's not a cool guy whatsoever.
Yeah,
He's
I
he's
know
the wealthy
him. I know
aristocrat.
him. Yeah.
Um,
Yeah, I
and
know
I'll
him.
just kind of leave out the fact that I found the papers and just be like, obviously I wouldn't, if I had papers of great importance, I wouldn't keep them in my house when I left.
Obviously.
So, I'm probably gonna sleep at the tavern tonight. So good luck with whatever you're doing. I got a dragon. I don't care about
No.
anything else.
Bird.
Oh, now look, now Chris sounds like she's disappointed that she didn't get a dragon. She's like, I just got a bird.
I got
You
a
prayed
parrot.
on the weekend.
You got a bird and an elf. Calm down.
You're right. I got a guard dog. It's alright.
Who else has an elf? Nobody.
Pretty cool.
He is pretty neat.
Brock, pieces of 8.
I would like to request a pet human, please.
Womp womp womp.
Yeah, I think this is the first time Nora has like really talked to Garbanzo. So
I'm pretty sure. Yeah.
yeah, so I'm just
You two are always so quiet.
I'm a
So
listener.
I'm usually doing that just because my kids are in the background screaming or something.
Yeah, my dog's always screaming.
say your dogs.
Yeah.
All right. So you head. Are you heading into you head into the snapping line? Is that where
Yeah.
you're? Okay. Krathi and Elias, you guys were headed to the snapping line as well.
Yes.
So yeah, you walk in and you see a couple of regulars see you Elias walk in and they start laughing. And one of them says, "Hey, you doing okay after you fell last night?"
I did not fall.
No, Elias.
I did not get that drunk. Oh. Elias cannot speak right now.
Oh. Oh, is he driving? Oh man. Uh he's like "Yeah, you fell. I seen you out by your house. You came outside and tripped and fell and then took off running." Right?
I can speak briefly. I imagine this interaction happened when I first got there. I didn't actually go with Krathi.
No, this
Stacked
happened
on to wait for him.
this was last night that they said they seen you.
Oh, well, that's interesting.
Yeah.
I would ask for a story about this, but
Yeah,
I gotta
you
take a
got to.
call. Sorry.
All right. Nora, you find the tavern um and kind of walk in. Garbanzo, did you go with her? Where did you go?
I yeah, we'll say I went ahead and went to the
Okay.
tavern because I just live in a little camp, so
Alrighty. Who left?
Joey.
Somebody. Who left?
Joe.
Oh, Joey. Okay. Oh, okay. Well, it shows he's still in the chat on my screen. That's why I was like, what?
Oh, maybe. Yeah, no, Joe left.
All right. So you see them kind of giving they're all laughing and saying, "Yeah, you fell down." You kind of heard them say that. "Yeah, you fell down last night when you left your house." And he seems very confused.
Well, if I will like try to hand him the bottle, let's hypothetically say he takes it,
Okay.
and I'll leave it. I'll ask him like around what time did they see him?
He says, "Hell, it was nighttime. He left and um tripped over something at the doorway and got up and
He's back.
ran off
Left from the bar or left from the house?
the house."
Oh. Did you see what direction he went in?
He headed um he's like he headed I don't he was headed kind of to the south. I don't or hold on. I got to remember. I got to orientate this map. I forgot where the north is on this map because I think it's different. Is it different? Where's the north? Where's the I forgot about all the shit on the roof of that house. I just seen all the little brown turds.
Excuse me.
Wait, hold on. Yeah, he headed west down towards the bridge.
I'll give like a smile and a nod and be like, you know how he gets messing with his potions and stuff. Probably had a little bit too much.
Elias probably looks at this bottle that you handed him and goes, "Well, this isn't one of my potions."
I'll give him a tap like, yeah, obviously.
Um Uh, he's like, anyway, I guess I'll have some. He goes, I guess I'll have some. I guess I'll have some lobster claw wine with Krathi.
I'll give him like a nod and try to get a room for tonight and let him know to meet me up there when he's done.
Well, why aren't you headed back to the house?
Little staycation. We've got the money for it.
Well, not. I mean, I guess we do.
Well, bye.
All right, Krathi, what do you got going on here at the bar? Anything?
Well, I get myself and Elias a claw wine, and he says he has one and instantly passes out from it. It's too strong for him.
Yep. That. Yeah, he's. Woo 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 woo.
And I sigh and look around the bar to see if Delvin's there.
He is, and he doesn't have his hat anymore.
If he notices me seeing him,
He.
oh, he does or doesn't?
Yeah, he sees you.
I put my mug in the air as in a cheers, and I nod my head and pat my head.
And he holds his stomach and he goes like, I ain't pooped right for 3 days. But I ate it. I ate the whole thing.
You kept your word, my man.
Yeah, I did. You got a job for me?
Maybe next voyage. I'll keep you in mind.
All right. As you're sitting there, a half orc man approaches you, and he has one tusk instead of the normal two. One of his tusks has been broken off. You've seen him around town before. Um, um, and he approaches you, and oh, I see where Elias said that he passed out. Okay. um, he's this orc is half orc is dressed in nice uh clothing. He's tall, awkward, and lanky. Um, and he's like, I take it your name is Krathi, correct?
That is correct. I think I've seen you around, but I don't know if we've fully met.
Yes, my name is Verteg.
Verteg?
Yes. My boss has been looking for you. He's heard all about your exploits. Um, Albric? Have you heard of Albric?
Maybe. It sounds familiar.
You probably would know him. He was a pretty wealthy merchant. But here recently he seems to have lost his kind of lost a lot of his fortune. He has a large mansion, but it is kind of run down, kind of at the somewhere around Saltmarsh. Um, he's like, yes, he's been wanting to speak to you. He's heard about your um your exploits, and he wishes to offer you a job.
Well, we can at least talk to him, see what it's about.
He says he can meet with you tomorrow if you have time, sometime in the evening.
Yeah, maybe in the afternoon. Where can I meet you to set this up?
Um, he's like, you can just come out to the mansion.
Well, where's that?
I don't know. I gotta find out if it's on the map. I don't remember seeing this name on the map. Let me look at this real fast. Um, sorry, folks. Live radio. That's not what I want. Oh my god, what has happened? No, what is happening? Google Lens, stop. What has happened? Oh no. Okay. I don't know what just happened, but it stopped happening, so that's good. The hell was this? Okay, there's what I'm looking for. No. Okay. He says there's a mansion just outside of Saltmarsh, probably about a mile up coast. If you meet us there, I will probably bring him around. He'll be at the house all day tomorrow that I know of. We don't have any important business.
Well, if I'm available, I'll see what I can do.
All right. Has anybody got anything else to do this evening before bed? No?
I'll carry Elias. Oh, sorry.
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
I'll
You'll carry Elias up.
Yeah, up into a spare room for him.
All
Put his
right.
hand in a warm cup of water.
I seem to have pissed myself.
He's not here to defend it.
What other stuff can we do to Elias since he's not here? Somebody put shaving cream in his hand and then tickle his nose with a feather.
Oh, you best bet I'm doing that.
Somebody needs to draw inappropriate things on Elias with on his face, a little inkwell.
We're all just in Elias's room.
Yeah.
Heck, get the tattoo supplies.
Yeah.
I'll give him a nice piercing.
Bubbo, you getting in on this? Oh man.
No, I feel as though Elias looks foolish enough on his own.
We're making him look better.
Giving him some style.
Tack's probably out on the boat singing, I want to kiss the girl.
I imagine I'm in my shell dreaming and I'm like, oh, Queen Oliphant, and I'm imagining we're having like a
We don't need all this.
romantic dinner or something, and I'm just like, I don't know if we should, you're a lizard and I'm a turtle, but God, your eyes. And then I'm mumbling throughout the whole entire night when the gang finds me the next morning.
All right, in scene, morning. Krathi, you're probably the first awake. It's probably a normal occurrence. Elias is still asleep.
Do my daily ritual, check on Tack's tent to wake him up. Notice he's,
He's
not there.
He's not there.
And they go,
Uh-oh, who do we lose this time?
He got too upset and left the party.
Yeah. Y'all picking on me.
And then I would go to the boat. I remember that he's over there instead.
And yeah, you see him in his shell. He's got a sign on it that says, if this shell's a rockin', don't come a knocking.
Is it rocking?
No.
I knock.
He just hears my conversation in my head that I'm having with the queen. I'm telling her how beautiful her eyes are, and I'm just mumbling and mumbling.
Wake up, Leatherface. like flip him over on his back.
Now's a good time to tell you guys if there's any romance going on in this game, it just fades to black. Okay, I'm not role playing that.
It's all gonna be in Tack's head anyway.
Yeah.
I keep my games PG.
I can't wait for Elias to give Tack dating advice.
Oh, I'm gonna ask him next game session.
Elias of all people.
Yeah, you hear knocking on your shell, Tack.
And I'll pop out of my shell. Oh, Krathi lad. Is it morning already?
Yes.
I had the most wondrous dream. The fair queen and I were on a moonlit beach, and I could see the stars glimmering in her eyes.
Well, sounds nice.
Oh,
You were
yes.
making weird noises. You were like, ah! I didn't know what was going on.
Was I now?
That's what I woke you up in.
Curious. Yes. Well, yeah, I don't know what to say, lad.
Man, Preston's so embarrassed he done blacked out his camera.
No, just because I'm hotboxing in my studio, and I'm sure people get tired of seeing me like. So, I figured, hey, I'll just black out the camera for a minute.
Weird noises.
The
Weird
Queen's
noises.
door and knock on it.
So if I'm a turtle, it'd be green. I'd be green balling, right, instead of blue balling.
Stop! There are ladies in our party. Stop!
That was a good one, though.
Hey, bam! There it is. Mic drop. Now what, Rob?
Work with this one.
I'm so sorry.
I had to look at her and be like, I can't believe the embarrassing things my friends say.
I've heard worse. It's okay.
Don't tell him that. Do not ever tell Preston. You will encourage him.
I don't believe there was any disclaimer before everybody was brought into this game. I mean, you wanted us to sign paperwork about how to behave. You should have done that before we joined.
Yeah.
This is all on you, buddy.
The queen opens her door. Good morning, gentlemen.
Good morning.
She has kind of like a heavy. I'm sorry, what?
Did you sleep restfully in Tack's quarters?
I slept good on the ship. It was quite nice.
I put her in the second in command's room, also known as Tack's room.
Oh, okay, gotcha. I figured you just to put her in the room where the lizard folk were staying at last time.
Nah, she can have a real bed.
She did bring some heavy robes and stuff so that when she walks through town, she doesn't draw too much attention early on. Do we have a meeting with the council?
I spoke with them, or some of them, last night to request an audience, and I haven't checked back on for when that will happen, but I was just making sure that you were safe through the night and no one tried to bother you.
Everything was quiet.
Good.
Except for Tack snoring.
Well, he was
and other
insistent
noises.
on trying to make sure you were safe.
And I'm asleep again, by the way, this whole entire time I nodded off.
He seems tired.
He's very old. But he seems to have a soft spot for you, so use that to your advantage.
It's been a long time since a man has had soft spots for me.
A soft spot is a very dangerous thing on a tortoise.
Are you there, Bobo?
A soft spot is a very dangerous thing on a tortoise.
He says as he glides down.
Oh, you meant... Sorry, I thought you meant like I cut out. Yeah.
Oh.
I mean, I'm always on the crow's nest. That's where I sleep.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's right. I forgot that.
Owl's nest, Jordan.
Exactly.
The owl's nest. Yeah.
All right, yeah. She's safe. Well, Go back to the council. See when we can meet. Do all that.
So yeah, you guys head to the council's the council's the hell's this place called? That's the Dwarven Anvil. That's not even the right place, Rob. The council hall. Did Nora, Garbanzo, you guys get up and go to the council hall with everybody as well later in the morning?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
As you get there, seems like Skirin is the first one there, and he says, young Anders said he told me about all the stuff that happened last night, the discussion that you had, Krathi. He says he'll be here shortly. He said that he said you handled yourself quite well. He said that you talked him through a little awkward nervousness, of course. I'm glad to hear that. The young man is still trying to come into his own. Very, very frightened of public speaking, but I think he'll eventually come a great councilman. And if I had to say so myself, his mother would be proud. And hopefully, I can get the votes soon to have him put as the head of the council. I think he deserves it, and as I think his mother raised him as a good example. What do you think, Krathi?
I think with a few more years' experience, he might fill into that role, but he's still a little pup.
Yes. I guess you're right. I'm so proud of the boy. Like I said, his mother would be very proud. Where have y'all been anyway? Haven't seen the ship around. Just happened to catch it this morning.
I'll tell him a story of the lizard folk and the squid and the crocodile and all that.
Oh my. That sounds like a real adventure you had.
Yes.
Did you tell him everything that had happened?
I mean, just like a basic overview. I didn't go into detail. Just said like we went out to get the squid and then learned about the Sahuagin and met up with lizard folks. And
Okay.
now we're here.
You said you brought the lizard folk queen here.
Yes, that's why I requested the audience.
That's quite amazing.
Yeah, I haven't told anybody, either Ada or Skirin or Anders, about the people masquerading as Saltmarsh.
Okay.
I was gonna bring that up in the council meeting itself.
Okay. People start kind of drifting in. But Ed is the last one to get there. And Gillen is not there. Or Jellin is not there. What? Oh my God! How did I pronounce his name the first time? Was it Gillen? Or
Sounds right. Gellin.
Gillen. She says Gillen is feeling a little under the weather. He won't be in today. But we're going to try to go ahead and discuss what was brought to my attention. Is the Lizard Queen here in the chambers? And she says, she pulls back the robes and she's like, "Yes, Councilman, I am." And
I'll introduce her. This is Queen Othokent of the Lizard Folk. And these are the council members, and I'll tell her all their names.
You kind of see Anders kind of is like, he's like just kind of he's just so awestruck he's so naive, and so it's like the first time he's ever seen a lizard folk, and he's kind of just like this little bit of apprehensive and just like curiosity is kind of overtaking him, and he's kind of the first one to speak. He goes, "Ma'am, I was told a little bit about your story, and it been brought to the council's attention that you're looking for some kind of partnership with your lizard folk people. She goes, yes, that is what I am. I am here. And plus, I just wanted to see your lovely village. Like I told your townsfolk here that I was raised among people, or I was like raised near people. So I know I've seen a lot of your customs from afar. Oh my! What is this voice? What is going on?
Doing great.
I started in the Scottish and don't know how I got there. So she just basically kind of goes over the history of everything. Etta kind of, she seems apprehensive about all of this. The I can't think of his name now. Where's he at? Alander Fireborn, the from the Royal Army. He just kind of like takes everything in. You see him kind of take a few notes about things that she says when she mentions that she had tried to make a deal with the sea hobgoblins, and that she had come to an agreement with the Locanth and the merfolk, and she tells that Oceanus had left to go try to make a deal with some of the sea elves. And she talks about, she asks about if the town has had any attacks from Sahuagins. And Elander kind of speaks up and he's like, well, Eleander, he speaks up and says, we haven't had many attacks by Sahuagin on the lands here. I know a few of the boats. Sometimes when they head up the coast, they've run into Sahuagins boarding their ship. If you kill a few of them, they usually leave. But it has been a nagging annoyance, and it seems like it has gotten worse. It's like they have moved closer. And listening to your story about how they have taken over your original dwelling, it seems they have moved closer and closer to Saltmarsh. And if that happens, then they could be willing to attack us. And it might actually be good to have more fighters that can fight underwater. And Manistrid Copperlocks, the dwarven miner, she says, yes, Keeland is always looking for help to keep Saltmarsh safe, even from the sea princes, but also if having dreadful creatures attack. Like you said, water-dwelling creatures against water-dwelling creatures is a good idea, if you ask me. And is kind of like looks at you, Krathi. How do you feel about the lizard folk? Do you think that they would keep to their word? And do you think that they're dangerous to us? You've been there, you've met with them.
I don't think they would be a danger. They are very prideful people, and if we assist each other, I would assure they would stick to their word. The queen here, she trusted me to bring her here safely, and I have done that. And she needs help. She's our closest neighbor, after all.
Scarin, as you watch him, he just kind of like shifts back and forth as he listens to everybody, and he kind of does that thing where he kind of rubs his chin, and like he's just taking it all in. He's very focused on everything that's going on.
But
Andrew's
Council,
kind of,
if I may,
yes.
Unfortunately, the Sahuagin aren't our potential only threat.
Oh,
Last night, before we set sail back here, a group of uh, pirates, we assume, masqueraded as members of Saltmarsh and tried to assassinate the queen. We dealt with them, but their leader said that they were hired by people known as the Scarlet Brotherhood.
Eleander speaks up. The Scarlet Brotherhood? That's preposterous. Even if they did work for the Scarlet Brotherhood, I don't think they usually go around announcing themselves.
Well, when I almost break their arm, I don't think they would lie.
Yes, and the gentleman that was in question, I once had dealings with him when I was a captive on a ship. We were both captives together, and while he's gone on a different path than I would like to see him, I do believe that he was not lying.
Anders said, "The Scarlet Brotherhood. What? Who is that?" And I think I've heard the name, but they're just wives' tales, right? That can't be real. The stories that I've heard.
Apparently, they're more real than we might think.
Oh, young master, I wouldn't worry too much about them. Skirin says. What would they want to do with our little backwater town? I mean, we're small fry. Even if they did exist, the rumors that we've heard, I don't think they would be bothering us. And where's Gellin at today? Shouldn't he be here? I don't care if he doesn't feel well or whatever else is going on. I find that suspect. And
Well,
Etta
Saltmarsh
says,
has the possibility of being very important to Kaoland. They did send Miss Copperlocks here on their request, so they have some need for us.
yes, the king finds this land very interesting. And any day now, the mines are going to find um the ore that we've been needing. Um and you know, I think we do have we could provide some more weaponry to the lizard folk because a friend of ours that is a good for our community, if we arm them, then we take the chance of not losing as many lives um fighting in a water battle, underwater battle. We would suffer. We do have ships and boats that would help fend off the um but underwater we're definitely a weak link. And Etta speaks up and she's like, Krathi, have you had any dealings with the Sahuagin?
No, not outright. Just stories of how they're vile, ravenous, terrible beasts. Those are the real threat, not the lizard folk.
And
Lizard
she
folk
looks
are a tribe of respectable people. They can be worked with.
over at Bubbo. She goes, have the Rangers had much dealing with the Sahuagins at this moment?
Not that I am aware of, but I am not privy to all activities that the Rangers undertake.
And you see Anders just kind of get excited. Did I hear somebody say Locanth? Like, he's like, I've heard of them and I've always wanted to meet one. They sound so interesting. Little fish people and with their little seals. I bet it's most wonderful. It's crazy. I'm awestruck of such creatures, And merfolk? Are they as interesting as they claim to be? Uh Miss Othakint? Queen? Sorry, I just get I've not seen so much of these uh exotic creatures. I mean, exotic peoples. And Skirin kind of speaks up and kind of claps him on the shoulder. Quiet boy. Don't want to let your naivete get the best of you. We don't want to offend these folks. They could come in quite handy. Eda says, well, I think we should at least take a vote. So we're going to go into the council chambers. Does anybody else have anything else to say about the lizard folk that they would like to bring up? Tack, do you have anything to say about them?
Just like this town took me in as one of their own and showed me respect and made me feel welcome, I'd hope that the town council and the fine folk of the Saltmarsh would do the same with the lizard folk as they have with me.
I would like to say some of the lizard folk have had bad dealings with people outside of their own. There is a degree of mistrust which may be complicated to overcome if we ally ourselves. I believe it can be worked through, but if we make this alliance, we should take great care not to step on it, as it is somewhat fragile.
Yes, I am sorry that we have had some misdealings with land-dwelling folk in the past, and especially with this Scarlet Brotherhood that has obviously turned their attention towards us for whatever reason. And it sounds like they did it to put a wedge between us and possibly Saltmarsh, since they tried to claim they were Saltmarsh. If your townsfolk hadn't come when they did and saved me, if I was to get murdered, who's to say that the lizard folk wouldn't have turned their attention to for revenge against Saltmarsh, even though we wouldn't have stood a chance. Still, it's sad to think that it could have come to that. I'm just glad your fine people here came to our aid. And even if we weren't very nice to them, sorry, Bubbo. And I did put them on a task which they completed of killing a crocodile. And even ran into some other problems. And yeah.
I understand, and I am not offended by your citizen and his actions. I just wanted everyone to be aware of the tension that may be present.
Anders, Anders looks over at Garbanzo. Garbanzo, do you have anything to say about the lizard folk? You've been very quiet.
They've honestly been nothing but as kind as they can be given their predispositions towards us, and very accepting.
Eleander speaks up and says, "What about you, Nora? Do you have anything to say? Any parting words about the lizard folk?"
I only have to say positive things about them. I mean, they let us stay. They've been welcoming, and they're looking for our help. And I feel like they would help us if we were in a time of need.
Well, we were going to go back to the council chambers as long as anybody else doesn't have anything else to say, and give us a little time, and we will get back to you. I think we can have this. We'll try to have an answer for you in an hour. Any last words? Rock, pieces of 8. And then they go back to the council chambers. And Otha Kent looks at you guys. She goes, I think that went well. What do you think?
Yes, I would agree.
You said there was one more member of the council that didn't show up. Do you think even if he doesn't here to vote, do you think that he will become a problem?
He's pretty racist. I'm just gonna throw that out there.
Oh, well.
Well, Gellin he's the like trade lord of the town. He does a lot of trading with his fleet of boats. I don't know if interactions with you would make that worse or better for him.
She says,
I do not know what his opinion would be.
she's like, well, imagine if he's running trade boats, then he's probably ran into a lot of the Sahuagin as well. So hopefully he'll be kind to us. But it is hard to tell sometimes with, sounds like he's an older gentleman. The boomers, as they have been called, they can be kind of setting their ways, I guess is the nicest way I can say it. But it looks like you have some youth on the council with that Anders child.
Yes.
Well, he's not really a child, I guess. But he's not too far from being an egg.
Yes. He's new into the position, but
Yeah, about an hour later, the council reconvenes, and they said there's been a discussion, and it's been 4-1 to allow the lizard folk, to allow this deal with the lizard folk, and there's been some offers of providing them weapons, and some maybe even some trade for the weapons. Like there might be some odd jobs that some lizard folks could do if they were brought here. And Otha Kent seems that she's like that seems like a good idea. And they kind of come up with a tentative agreement. And after it's over, she's like, well, that went very well. Thank you guys for all your help.
I'll float the idea to the council that if we are to bring the lizard folk here, perhaps they could stay in the Crabber's Cove, since that is all abandoned.
That would be an excellent idea. It keeps them probably closer to the water as well. So yeah, Otha Kent says, I also will be staying here for a time. I think my people will need, I will send word, and they can probably be here within a day or so. They can make that journey. The town council says that they're going to have an announcement later, so they start setting up a kind of like a stage to let people know what's going on. And
I'll also ask if Eliander could provide some bodyguard for the queen, since there was an assassination attempt.
he says, yes, they will provide some good guards to kind of keep an eye on their area. So yeah, that went well. And town says, well, we have other business to attend to, and later on this evening we'll have an announcement. And I think that's where we're going to end tonight. So, all right. I'm not going to say it, but that's going to be in for the night. And Preston,
Jordan, play us out.
Damn you!
They're gonna have to edit it now.
Hurry up, shut it off, Preston. Shut it down.
The cast at Pixelated Paranormal would like to thank you for listening to this week's episode. Pixelated Paranormal is here to tell you tales of the fantastical, the strange, the unknown. Tales that will move you a little further down the paranormal highway. If you'd like to share your own listener story, we would love to hear it. Email us at pixelatedparanormal@gmail.com. Again, that's pixelatedparanormal@gmail.com. We'd really love to hear from you. Again, thanks for listening to this week's episode of Pixelated Paranormal, your guide to the unusual and the strange.